Hello. Here I am. Live chat. There we go. I'll never make that mistake again, boy. I'm telling you right now. Hi, Maria. How are you? Hi, Lori. Thank you. I really like this shade of pink. And you know what? I was looking through my closet because I want to wear some brighter colors. I have a lot of black and brown and dark purple and colors like that in my closet. I don't have anything bright and cheery. And so I'm going to be looking for that this spring as I lose more weight. I want to buy some brighter colors because I really like this color a lot. I'm good. Thank you. So we're going to make ham roll-ups with some cream cheese. And I found this uncured Black Forest ham. It has 1 carb for 6 slices, so I didn't think that was too bad. I don't eat ham very often. Hold on, excuse me. Sorry. I don't eat ham very often, even though I really, really like it. And so I'm going to have that as my first meal. And then I'm going to make a taco pie that's, I don't know if it's like egg loaf or not. I don't think so. It has eggs in it, but it doesn't have the cream cheese and all that jazz. So it's just pretty much an egg loaf. And then, or not an egg loaf, it's a taco pie. And because I kind of felt like having a little bit of Mexican. And then I'm going to make an Asian wrap, an Asian beef wrap with a little dipping sauce. And I just wanted to try something out that I'd never tried before. So I'm just going to make it up as I go. It might be a fail. It may not. We'll find out. But I'm going to use cabbage. This is Napa cabbage. And unlike when you make a wrap with, what do you call it? Romaine lettuce. The romaine lettuce doesn't really you can't really fold it and wrap it really good because it breaks, it cracks. But this, you can cook it just like for a couple of minutes to soften it up a little bit. And then I was watching some videos and you can actually turn it into like a burrito kind of shape. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. So we're going to try Napa cabbage today. First time for me ever, live and on camera. Will I fail? Will I not? We'll find out. Hi, Juanita. All right, so the first thing that I've already done, let me move this over a little bit because I've got a few things going on the stove right here. I have some water boiling. Well, it's not boiling yet. It's steaming so that I can partially cook the cabbage. And then I've got a strainer and a bowl. Some people, now I've really been researching this. Some people will blanch the cabbage, strain it, and then you let it cool off and use it. Some people put it in the boiling water and then they put it in an ice bath to stop the cooking process and then let it, and then use it. But I'm going to try it without the second step. I'm not going to use the ice water. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll regret it. Maybe I won't. If it doesn't turn out without the ice water, I can just go get some ice really quick and make an ice bath super fast. Okay, so I've got the water starting to boil. And in my pan right here, I have 3 pounds of ground beef that I've already kind of started cooking. It's still really raw. I just got a start on it. Hi, Darlene. Oh, you didn't get a notification that I was on? I'm glad you were waiting too. So you haven't missed much. I've just been on for 5 minutes, so that's good, huh? So anyway, I've got 3 pounds of ground beef cooking here because I really want to get the taco pie into the oven. It takes 30 minutes to cook on 350. So I've got that going and I've got that going. And my daughter Alicia went to out of town to Walmart, and she asked if I wanted anything, and I'm like, yes, get me some poblanos. I am craving poblano peppers. So, you know, if you follow me for very long, you know these are my favorite pepper. I love serrano peppers because they're spicier, but these are better than a bell pepper, and they're very mild pepper. So I can just chop these up and eat it just like that. But what I'm going to, and that's partly what I'm going to do, but I'm also going to put them in my taco pie. So I've got that. And she got me some cilantro. Looks very fresh and very good. If you see me at the grocery store and I'm next to the cilantro, don't be alarmed because I stand there and I smell it. Oh, this is one of the best smells ever. I love the smell of cilantro. And then I've got some green onions. We're going to open that up and grab a few of those. All right, and then one more thing I want to show you is I already grated up my cheese. Today I'm using jack cheese. I have to tell you guys, being on the bacon experiment for a week now, I just finished my last day of it today, and I want some cheese. I really, really want some cheese. So I've got this jack cheese. They had it on sale, like 3 for $10 at my grocery store. And so there's the macros on that cheese, if you can see it. For 1 ounce, which is a typical serving, it's 100 calories, 8 grams of fat, 0 carbs, 7 protein, and it's nothing but cheese cultures, salt, and enzymes. That's what I love. Oh, I love the smell of basil too, darling. It's so good. We've had it growing for a couple of years in our backyard. I don't use basil as much as I should. I need to go get my trash can. I'll be right back. I like to have it here close to me. All right. So right now I'm just, oh, the water's boiling already. Good. I'm going to turn the water down just a little bit so it'll stay hot and it's ready when I need it. You're cooking and watching at the same time? Yeah, wouldn't that be funny, Darlene? We could just go through the produce aisle and sniff all the vegetables and herbs, right? So good. So I can't really do a whole lot until this ground beef is done. Yeah, what are you cooking, Maria? Okay, so while this is cooking, I can't do a lot until the ground beef is done. Let's grab our meal prep containers and I'll start doing the ham. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do 5 because that's what I need for my work week. And if I wanted to have some on next Saturday and Sunday, then I will. Doesn't take much effort to put those together. It's just that during the week when I'm tired from cooking, I just don't want to do it. That's why I'm doing it right now. All right. So let's talk about the bacon experiment. You guys have been watching my channel this last week. Not sure if I should give anything away, but I tallied up my points because I just wanted to. I wanted to see how I did. But tomorrow is my official weigh-in. So plug your ears if you don't want to hear it. Hear the spoiler. This is a spoiler alert. But I'm going to tell you how much I've lost. But tomorrow will be the official loss because it's Monday and that's the day I started. So I've lost 5 pounds this week. Thank you. You know what? My husband told me yesterday that I was looking thinner. So that's good. All right, let me get my cutting board. So I could excuse the 5 pounds away and say, yeah, I started drinking that electrolyte drink. I'm drinking coffee right now. This is the cutest little cup. It has a piece of carrot cake on it. Well, we don't eat carrot cake, but someone gave this to me. And a little recipe for a carrot mug cake. So I know, 5 pounds. So this is what I was going to say. You know what? I do this all the time. Let me get a knife. I start talking about one thing and then something else comes to my head and I'll start talking about that and I'll totally forget what I was saying before. But so anyway, I could excuse the 5 pounds away and say, yeah, I gained that 5 pounds when I was drinking that electrolyte drink and I had all that water weight and all I lost was water weight. Well, you know what? I'm not thinking that's so true. I think I have lost a little bit of fat somewhere on my body, at least a pound. And you know, a pound of fat is a lot. It is a lot. If you ever look at those pictures that go around social media about this is what a pound of fat looks like, that's a lot. Oh yeah, from my other videos, I mean, I was a totally different person from a year or even a year and a half ago. Hi, Terry. Or is it Tari or Terry? Wait. You put it right back on the next day and another 5, but today, after 1 day back, regular keto and intermittent fasting, you're down 4 pounds. Are you talking about the bacon experiment, Terry? Thank you for letting me know how to say your name. I feel dumb when I don't know what people's names are. So yeah, this is the thing that I wanted to say about the bacon experiment and any other type of fast that you do. You have got to ease back into it. You just can't go full-blown keto the next day, and I'm not going to. Well, 4 pounds is really good. That's really, really good for total loss. So I'm still going to try to keep my carbs really, really low. This ham that I'm using, what did I say it was? Oh, it's on the bottom here. 1 gram of carbs for 6 slices, and I'm probably going to eat 3 slices. And then I'm going to put a pickle in the middle, which is 1 carb for 1 ounce, maybe a half a carb. And so that's a half a carb. This is a half a carb. And the cream cheese that I'm going to spread on it is only 1 gram of carb for 2 tablespoons, but I'm not using 2 tablespoons. Let me show you what I'm doing now. Oh, I know about temptations, darling. Oh my goodness. I work at a hospital, and for 6 years at the hospital until recently, I worked in the kitchen. And you wouldn't think that hospital food is all that good. This is ripping. This was already ripped a little bit. You wouldn't think the food was all that good, but our hospital has really, really good food. And it is carb city. I'm not kidding you. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm just going to put a half a pickle in there and roll it up just like that. That one's not so pretty, but it's okay. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this. Be better if Abby was here because this is her job. This is what she does when she's helping me with food prep. So somebody was asking me, I think it was Keto for Deb. She said it would be interesting to find out if by the end of the week, if I was tired of bacon or not. Well, I'm not. In fact, you know what? I could easily do it for another week, except I don't think it's, boy, this is ripping. It's the same brand as I used at the roast beef 2 weeks ago, and the roast beef didn't rip like this. I just don't think it's a good idea to eat one food for, hi, Deb, to eat one food all the time. You've got to have a variety in your foods. So I am going to do the bacon experiment at another time, but I'm not going to do it right now. So I'm going to try to keep my carbs on the lower side. But I do have to admit that I miss having cream, heavy whipping cream in my coffee. I'll drink a few cups of coffee a day, but just one of those cups of coffee. Now, I'm not talking about a little cup of coffee. I'm talking about this. And I'll drink my first cup of coffee black and my second cup with a little bit of heavy whipping cream in it because I love the creaminess of it. Boy, I'm struggling with this ham for sure. It's really ripping. Maybe I should do something different with it, huh? These are a really, really good snack to have. The cheese is melted. It's like melted almost because I had it sitting on my stovetop while I was warming up the oven for my taco pie today. I think it's just that this ham is really, really thin. Let me show you. Come on. See how you can see my hand behind it? It's really, really thin ham. Maybe I'm just being a little bit too crazy with it. Maybe I should double it up since it's so thin. What do you think? Do you think that would help? Let's try that. Oh, yeah. See, that's better. That's way better. So anyway, I'm kind of sad that the bacon experiment is over, but in another way, I'm happy because I can have a little bit of heavy whipping cream in my coffee, and I can eat delicious things with cheese because I did miss cheese. That's about all that I missed. All right. So now let's put that there. Ah, you finished. Are you still fat loading, Lori? Lori has an interesting thing going on with her in her channel. She's doing HCG again, which it's been a while since you've done it. How long has it been since you've done that? I know, right? Don't those look tasty? Pickle spears. Oh. Well, enjoy all the peanut butter you can right now. All right. So since I'm doubling it up, this first one I did 4 because they were single, and this one I'm doing 3 because it's double. Yeah, good year for sure. Because you've been doing keto for quite a while now. Oh boy, this is looking good. Just ground beef. I've been craving beef. So this guy, Dan Quibble, that started the bacon experiment, he did it for 30 days. I can't imagine eating bacon for 30 days. Well, you do the best you can, Lori. You do good. So if I'm doubling up this ham, it's not going to go as far. I have 1, 2, 3, enough for 4 days instead of 5. So that's what I'll go with. I'm pretty sure I have some bacon that I can warm up one day for my first meal. That wouldn't be such a bad idea. I had a total nail polish hack today, or fail. I was trying to do something fancy with my fingernails. My fingernails are growing really, really good, you guys. Look at, and you'll see my fail. Let me wipe the cream cheese off of them. So look at, starting to get a little bit longer. Almost on the other side of my hand, you can see it a little bit. So that's good. But look at this. It's so ugly. I don't know if the camera's going to focus. I put red nail polish on, a real dark, deep red. And then I had this nail polish that Abby had me buy. It's like a mermaid iridescent kind of thing. And it's opaque, so you can see through it. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that would look good over the red nail polish and give it kind of an interesting color. Well, it kind of looks like my hands are bleeding. My fingers are bleeding because I didn't get the opaque nail polish all the way up to where the red was. And you can see just a tiny red outline. And it looks like I'm oozing blood or something. I've really been trying to make my fingernails look better, my hands, because when I worked in the kitchen, of course, I couldn't polish my nails. So I didn't polish my nails for like 10 years because who's going to polish their nails one day and then have to take it off the next day? So I just never did it because to me, it seemed like a waste of time. So I haven't done it for quite a while. But now where I'm in the public view, with at the front desk, people are constantly looking at my hands when I'm handing them things. Yeah, they are vampire nails. This would be great for Halloween. That's exactly what it'd be good for. So people are constantly looking at my hands, and I don't want them to look at short, ugly, broken fingernails. I'm scraping the last little bit of cream cheese off of this before I open the next one. I have more. So I just decided recently to start painting my nails. It kind of happened when Abby was at my house one day, and she painted my nails for me. She painted one hand one color and the other hand another color because that's what she likes. And so I took it off and I put the same color on both fingers. And I was like, you know what? I don't know why I don't do this more often. But anyway, tonight, I'm going to change the rest of, I'm going to change this color because I don't like it. But the nail polish is helping me to grow my nails longer for sure. And this isn't even expensive nail polish. This is just LA Colors that I get at Family Dollar. And I think the color looks good for $1 a bottle. But I did buy some gel nail polish. That's something I've never used before. That's kind of new on the nail polish scene in the last 10 years since I've polished my nails. I used to go every 2 weeks and get my nails done with acrylic nails, but I don't want to do that because the acrylic nails ruin your fingers. Yeah, my husband asked me where was my green today. I do have green nail polish. I should have tried to paint some 4-leaf clovers or something on my fingers because I have been watching some nail art videos to see how they make cute little designs and pictures. I want to do an ombre pattern one of these days. Maybe after my class is over. That class that I'm taking at the college, well, it's online. The homework is taking a lot of my time. I haven't posted on my website since I started that class. All right, there we go. I've got 4 of those done. And the ground beef is almost done. It's still a teeny bit pink. So maybe by the time I clean this up, the more you mess with your nails, the longer they get. Well, you know what? That seems to be true for me. Because the last 2 weeks, I've really been working on them. And they do seem like they're getting a lot longer. And I wasn't sure if it was because of the nail polish or because I'm keeping them filed or maybe my diet. I'm not taking any collagen right now. I was for a long time, but I'm not right now. Maybe I should put some more collagen in my coffees. I've been a chronic nail biter for like my whole life, and I just barely stopped biting my nails. That's why, well, you can't see it, but some of my fingernails are like way, way down here. I mean, this is quite a bit of growth because I bit them so short. Okay, so some of these have 3. Most of them have 3. One of them has 4. I'll do the one with 4 on a day when I might be extra hungry. Some days are like that. But I'm going to put the one with 4 on the bottom. So I don't want to grab it unless I really want it. Okay, there we go. 1 down, 2 to go. So now let's go over here to the oven and the sink, or the stove and the sink. Ground beef looks done. Let's strain that. Usually in the morning when I'm putting on my makeup, or if I'm doing my nails on the weekend. Oh, bit their toenails. That's nasty. Ew. So when I'm in the mornings when I'm putting on my makeup, or like when I was doing my nails earlier today, I'll watch just random videos of people that I don't know, whatever shows up on my homepage, or something that I'm wanting to research, so I don't have to stop and comment every time I finish a video. Or I try to find a crime story that's really, really long, like a half an hour, and that way it just goes and goes while I'm getting dressed. I was going to say something about that. I hate it when that happens. What was I watching? It was something that I watched today while I was doing my fingernails. Now I forget. Okay, let's drain this and maybe I'll remember. Still thinking. So I was going through the list in my head of different kinds of videos that I watched this morning while I was putting on my makeup and doing my nails. So I watched car detailing videos, how to detail your car, because spring is coming up and I want to do my truck. And there's a few things about, this isn't even keto. I'm just talking randomly to you guys right now. There's a few things that bug me about detailing my car when I do it on my own. And I don't want to pay somebody a couple $100 to detail my car or the truck. So I learned how to take tar off of the paint today. That was interesting. And I watched a video on, I've been watching a lot of nail polish videos and how to do nail art and that kind of thing. And what else did I watch? I was going to tell you something about a video that I watched. Dang it. I watched videos on how to wrap cabbage. Yep, I'm getting ready to do that taco pie right now. I'm draining the meat. I got 3 pounds of meat. I don't remember when you came in. I have 3 pounds of meat in here. Half is going to go in my taco pie, and the other half is going to go for my wraps. Yeah, we're just hanging out talking. I mean, when you're hanging out with friends, you might be talking about, if you're both keto, you might be talking about keto a little bit, but you go off on just random subjects all the time. At least that's the way I do it. Okay, so let's get on with this. We can start mixing this together while the ground beef is draining behind us. Okay, so in this bowl, I'm going to put 6 eggs. That's the thing I love about live streaming. I used to make all my videos recorded, and it would speed up the process a lot faster. I mean, to make this taco pie on a recorded video, it would probably be a 15-minute video, the way I do my videos. Because, you know, you stop and you start and you edit. Boy, these have hard shells. And now we're just, you know, you're hanging out in my kitchen with me and we're cooking and talking. I love that. Woo. That one was a lot easier to do. I almost smashed it right on the counter. And yeah, you guys get all the bloopers. Hi, Jerry. All right, so there we go. There's 6 eggs. And I'm going to do a cup of heavy whipping cream. So this is the little container that I take to work to put my cream in. That's enough for several days worth of coffee. But where it's been in this container for a week, because I didn't use this last week at all, I'm going to use up that last little bit from the old container and add a little bit of the fresh heavy whipping cream. So a cup of heavy whipping cream. You could use half and half. It would add carbs, but if you wanted to lower the calorie count, you could totally do that. Totally. All right. I have everything written on a piece of paper. Okay, 6 eggs, cream, 2 cloves of garlic, which is 2 teaspoons of garlic. No, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon. I changed my mind. Some salt and pepper. Here's my salt. I know I'm using a tablespoon, but I just put barely enough in. And I've got this pepper that I want to use up, so I'm going to use that. You know what would be really good in this is some white pepper. I have some. I haven't used it for a while. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of ancho chili powder. This is my favorite chili powder. Ancho chilies are poblano peppers. Just FYI, in case you didn't know that. Just a little bit to season the eggs. Now I'm just mixing it up. It's funny that I'm left-handed, but I can use a whisk faster with my right hand. I don't know why. All right, so there we go. There's that. Now we're going to go to the stove, and I'm going to put half of the ground beef back in, and I'm going to use some of my taco seasoning. I'm almost gone. I need to make some more this week. I love this stuff. If you've never tried ancho chili powder, you should. It's way, way better than the chili powder that you get in the store. Oh, it would be good stuffed in the poblano peppers for sure. Trust me, I thought about that. It would totally be good in there. But this time, I'm going to slice them up and just put them on top of the casserole. Okay. So in case you're keeping track, I know some people write this down as I go along. This is about 1.5 pounds of ground beef. All right, there we go. And then I'm just going to sprinkle some of this on. About that much. I don't know. Maybe 1/4 cup or less. Maybe less. Like 1/8 cup. I don't know. It's more than 1/8 cup. You know what? I do use both of my hands. I only write with my left hand, but a lot of things I do with my right hand because most instruments and tools and things like that are right-handed friendly. So I've learned to use both, but I can only write with my left hand. I'm always losing stuff. It's right in front of me, and I don't know where it's at. Hi, Melanie. Yeah, I was doing my nails watching YouTube videos earlier, and I messed up one of my fingers, and I've got to redo it because I hate the color that I did anyway. I'm going to do something different. Okay, so anyway, let's get back on track, shall we? So all I'm doing is mixing the seasoning into the ground beef. I'm not going to cook it or add water or anything like that. Now, spray it with some cooking spray. I'm using one of these 9 by 9 by 2 inch pans. Yeah, it's amazing the things that keto helps cure. It is amazing. Oh man, I'm at the bottom of this and the spray goes everywhere. All right. So now, if you can see me, spray the pan. Dump the meat in that's been seasoned with the taco seasoning. You could do these in mini muffin pans too. That would be a good idea. Not mini muffins, but just muffins. Spread that out evenly. Take my egg mixture. Pour this egg mixture over the top. Kind of spread it out as you go because you want it to soak in all over the place. This is the glue that's going to hold your casserole together. All right, there we go. But that's not all. It's all for now. I'm going to put this in the oven. This is what it looks like. For about, I don't know if it's going to need 30 minutes or not. I'm going to put it in for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to put the poblano peppers on top and let those cook for about 10 minutes on top. So let's get our poblano peppers ready. I think it's going to be almost as good as the pizza casserole for sure. I'm just making this stuff up. So we kind of find out together how good it is. So these peppers are easy to deseed. If you just cut off the top, all I'm going to do is pull the stem off. There was a couple of seeds there. And if you're really careful, if you just put your hand in there, you can like pull the whole thing out and then dump it out. See, just like that. So let's use the proper knife, shall we? We shall. I'm not going to make really long strips to put on the taco pie. Kind of short strips like this. I think that'll look good. It's a seed. The one that got away. Well, almost. All right. Yummy. So this is going to be more than enough for that taco pie. But I'm going to take, I've got 4 more. And later on, I'm going to cut them into strips like this and put them in my dish, my meal dish, and eat them with my second meal this week. These are like my favorite thing ever right now. Yeah, they're good raw, Juanita. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I got something in my throat today. They're so good raw. Next time you buy a poblano pepper, oh, I can't put it in my mouth. I'm still on the bacon experiment till tomorrow. I almost ate one. Just eat it just like this. And it's a teeny tiny little bit spicy. Not really spicy though. Spicier than a bell pepper. And they've got a lot of water in them. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, they're hard to find around here. Hard to find. We have to go 85 miles to get to Walmart, Darlene. And that's where we find these. So whenever any of us go out of town, we pick some up, which isn't all the time. It's not very often. They certainly don't sell them at my little grocery store. And I think that's why I love them so much, because I just can't buy them and eat them every day. Okay, so this is going to go on the taco pie. I didn't set the timer. Set it for 20 minutes. We're going to put that on. We're going to check the status of our taco pie and put some cheese on it. And that'll be the end of that. All right. So let's start our other dish. So what I have to do first is I have to wash my my pan real quick to mix up for the other ingredients for the other dish. I need something to drink. I've got this sparkling ice. Do you guys drink these? Cherry limeade. That's what I'm drinking today. I like savory fat bombs better too. You mean the spicy hot, Terry? I don't know if you can overcome that or not. That's something that either you like it or you don't. I'm pretty sure. But if anything that I make is too spicy, you can always add a lot less or not add it at all and make something very, very mild. That's for sure. But I like things really spicy. I always have ever since I was a kid. And so I always make my food spicy. So anyway, I'm going to wash this pan super fast. Hold on. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's a good tip about not putting the pepper seeds in the dish that you make if you don't like it hot. But poblanos really aren't that spicy. Of course, to me, what is spicy to me and what is spicy to somebody else, it's a lot different. All right, so let's take our other half of our ground beef and make wraps. And what we should probably do is start blanching our cabbage too. Kind of anxious to see how this turns out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, if you just came in or you came in a little bit late, this is called Napa cabbage. It's an Asian cabbage, and this is what I'm going to use to make my wraps. Yeah, the cream cheese really does soften it quite a bit. Jalapeno poppers, to me, that's the perfect savory fat bomb. I haven't made those in so long because I could just eat a ton of them. Let me show you what I'm doing. You made wraps last week with cabbage? Oh. Regular cabbage? So look at the leaves. Already I can see a problem. See how large these outer leaves were? That was the first round. Now, these are getting a little bit smaller. So, if I can't wrap it like a burrito, obviously I'm not going to be able to. I could always eat it like this, like a taco shell. That'll work too. But I'm still going to, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's enough. That'll give me enough for 6 days. I'm thinking I'm going to eat like 2 a day. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so I'm taking it to the boiling water over here. I'm going to plop them in. Get them submerged in the water. And I'm not going to cook them very long. Probably just about 10 minutes. That's my guess. I've never done this before, like I said earlier, so I'm just guessing right now. There we go, 10 minutes. So since I'm using the oven timer for that, set it for 10 minutes. There it goes. You know what, Melanie? I was telling everybody earlier that today's the last day of the bacon experiment. Tomorrow I will give my final total, but I've lost 5 pounds. I don't know if I'm going to gain any of that back, because I know when you did carnivore and then went back to keto, you gained some of it back. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see if I did or not. Gets hot in this kitchen, standing next to the stove for a couple of hours. Okay, so in this bowl, we're going to make the seasoning for the ground beef. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of fish sauce. Fish sauce is very, very tasty. It adds a saltiness to your food that's different than salt. It doesn't taste fishy at all if you don't like fish. I'm not a big fan of fish. I like some fishes, but I'm certainly not a fan of a fishy smell. All right, so a tablespoon of this fish sauce. Two tablespoons of sriracha. This is great stuff. And where's my limes? I'm going to squeeze either a half of a lime or a whole lime. It depends on how much juice I get out of it. Maybe you want to see what I'm doing, yeah? Oh, that's a pretty juicy lime. Okay. We'll just do a half, and the other half will go in my water later. And let's mix that up. Isn't this cute? Something else I was watching today while I was doing my videos. Okay, Melanie, hurry back. Something else I was watching today when I was doing my nails was, dang it. I don't remember now. I was watching a lot of stuff. Just trust me. Okay. So now I'm going to take this and we're going to put it in this to season the beef. Do you guys ever do that? You're right in the middle of talking about something and you totally forget because you get another thought in your head. Okay, that doesn't look like enough, so I'm going to do it again really, really fast. So I'm going to use the other half of that lime. So a tablespoon of fish sauce, 2 tablespoons of sriracha, and a half a lime. Hey, if you guys don't mind, can you give me a thumbs up while I'm doing this? If you haven't given me a thumbs up already, I would appreciate it. Okay, so this is going in now, just like before. Wow, that cabbage is a really pretty green color right now. Hold on and I'll show you. Okay, so now I'm going to mix it. Yeah, that's more than enough now. That's good. There goes the dryer. Okay, I'm going to put this right here close by because we're going to make a sauce to go with our wraps. Something to dip it in. Yeah, you did erase my memory. You guys ever seen that reminds me of I was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies earlier today. You guys ever see the movie Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger? I love that movie. It's a really good movie. That's what that comment reminded me of. I haven't seen it. That's an old movie. I haven't seen that in a really long time. I think it's one of his better movies, in my opinion. I like it better than Terminator. Terminator was okay, but I don't know. It's a cult classic for sure. Okay. So now we're going to go look at this. I don't know if my cord is going to reach. Can you see how green that is? Oh my goodness. Maybe it's ready. Hi, Kim Cole. So let's take that out. Looks like it's done. Just like I said before, I've never done this before with cabbage. So it's going to all be a learning process for me. But that is a pretty, pretty brilliant green. And I'm going to stand it up in the strainer with a hard stem on the bottom so it doesn't squish the leaves. At least that's my plan. Let's see if my plan works. Just like I said earlier, either this is going to be a winner or it's going to be a fail. We'll find out. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode of Cabbage Wraps. hot. That's for sure. I'm thinking it's going to look like a cabbage roll. You know that old dish that everybody's made? I think that's what it's going to kind of look like. This is nothing new. It's been around for, I don't know, as long as people have been making cabbage rolls. I just think this would be a better way of doing it rather than lettuce. When lettuce wilts, it doesn't taste good. It doesn't wrap really good because it breaks. You know, cabbage holds a lot of water in it, though, when you cook it. Oops, dropped it. So it'll be interesting to see tomorrow. This is the first meal that I'm going to have tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see if it's watery on the bottom of the dish the next day. No, I'm not adding cauliflower rice to this. This is a, I'm just doing beef and sriracha sauce kind of. Oh, timer. That means the cabbage is done. So I'm going to let that drain out a little bit. And while that's draining, it's got a milder flavor than regular cabbage, Juanita. It's kind of what they use in Chinese cooking and in Asian cooking. And I was going to use regular cabbage because that's what I can get at my grocery store. But I thought that I would try this. I like how it looks. It's got kind of a crinkly look to it. I think it looks really pretty. But you could totally do this with regular cabbage, and it would probably be easier to make it like a burrito wrap, now that I think about it, because it doesn't have this hard stem in the middle. Oh, well, live and learn. Next time I'm using regular cabbage. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of these onions. Dang it. Oh, no. Oh, good. I hit a wrong button, and it looks like you guys left me. Oh, why do I? Oh, I know why. Shoot. Okay. You know what? I have my webcam on a tripod. Well, you can't see it, of course. And it's on top of the laptop so that when I'm looking at the chat, I'm kind of looking at you guys too at the same time, because I noticed in my first ones I was always looking away. Well, let's find out if you need to use Napa cabbage or not. Okay, darling? We're going to try this out. Okay, back to business. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 5. I need one more green onion. Ooh, the taco pie is ready for the next step. Oh, my goodness, that looks done already. Look at that. Maybe I should have put the poblano peppers on when I cooked it the first time. Let me put a toothpick in it. Oh, yeah, that's done. I'm not cooking it anymore. So let's take this trivet, let that cool off. And I'm going to take some of this mozzarella cheese and I'm going to sprinkle it on top. So I'll just eat the poblano peppers raw. No biggie. I like them like that. Okay, so I put probably 1/4 pound of that cheese on top of the taco pie. And I'm going to take a piece of foil, and while it's cooling down, I'm just going to put a piece of foil over it so the cheese will melt. Real, real loose so the steam can still escape. And then I'll just save these poblano peppers that I was going to cook for about 10 minutes. And I'll just put them on top and eat them raw. That'll be good too. All right. Back to business. It's going to be so good, Jerry. So, so good. All right. We're going to wash these off real quick. And chop them up. Let's give them a fancy diagonal cut. Show off our cutting skills, right? It's not really fancy. It's just the way you hold your knife. I just like to gum all that in a bag of chips. All right, there we go. Wonder if that's going to be enough. All right. Let's put those in a little container. I love these little silicone muffin molds. I bought them a long, long time ago on Amazon. Probably when I first started doing keto 1.5 years ago. Okay, so there's that. Now we need some cilantro. And I'm just going to give it a chop. A rough chop. Because I love big pieces of cilantro. Oh, man. Now my hands smell good. Oh, my goodness. My hands smell so good. Try it out, darling. Let me know if you like it. I always cook according to how I like to eat. Of course, I mean, that's how everybody cooks. But I always wonder, you know, if other people like it too. All right. Cilantro going in another dish. Oh, that dish is, that's a lot of cilantro. That's okay. We're going to use a lot. And yeah, don't worry. I've got my bagger down here. Look at. There she is, waiting for me to drop food.